Hey guys, let me get a sound check. Can everybody hear me pretty good? Let's go. That's right. Hi, KTM, MK, Nadie, Foxy, Pointer Lover. How are y'all doing today? Okay, sounds good. Good deal. So, let me start off by saying something real quick before we get started. I just wanted to get it for everyone a heads up that I have been advised to not speak on any of the drama that has happened lately. So I won't be anymore. Anything that is brought up here will be deleted and not addressed, period. End of discussion. So let's get down to business, right? So let's welcome Foxy, aka Foxfire. Hey, Foxy, how are you?
Hi, girl. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
This
We
is gonna
wanted,
be fun.
yes, we want to do kind of a light live and
Mhm.
let's have some
Mhm.
fun.
I just want to check. I noticed that maybe somebody mentioned an echo. I just want to see if that was still there on my part. I think because my volume was up really high. I don't know.
Oh, sound check. Is there any echoes or anything? Chat. Let us know. And of course, I have freaking.
Nope,
Don't
sounds
forget, you're
good.
all.
Okay.
Nope, sounds good for me. Okay, good deal. Nope, I don't do drama or crama. That's right, Pointer Lover. You're in the right spot.
That's right.
Yes. So, how has everybody's weekend been? Let's start with that. How has your weekend been, Foxy?
Well, it was pretty eventful. I kind of like came back to my tarot channel Saturday, which I'm still recuperating from. Have not, shaken off the energy from that one. That was crazy. It was amazing. No, it was great. I've had a great weekend. Happy to be back in the saddle. At first, I was nervous, but it's like a bike. Once you get on it, you just got to remember how to pedal, I suppose.
Right,
Um,
right.
but no, other than that, rain here in Nova Scotia for 5 days straight. I'm on vacation, so it's like we're getting more rain, and I'm okay with that because life is good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. So
How
you've had
about
a
you?
good weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know it's been hot here, but it's been peaceful. It's been nice. I've had a good weekend. But had a good weekend.
it's good.
So let's explain to everybody what it is exactly that you do, Foxy.
Okay. Well, my tarot channel, so I'm what you call a clairsentient. So I pick up on energy and what's called like a sense of knowing. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Shining by Stephen King, but it's kind of something that's passed down generationally between mother to daughter.
Mhm.
And it's this intuitive, we'll say, guide in which I don't see ghosts or like dead people or anything like that. But there are people in my family who do. My great grandfather on my dad's side has done it. A few close relatives still do. But I get what's called clairsentient energy. So I get really hot, my energy, my goosebumps, like my hair will stand on its end. I'll get a thing at the back of my neck, and I know
Oh,
I'm on the right path when I'm reading for somebody. So that's kind of what I do. Yeah, that's the basis of my tarot channel anyway.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. And you have a second channel as well, the Foxfire Fringe Media. What's that
Yeah.
one? You want to
Yeah.
elaborate on that one?
Yeah, sure. So that's kind of confusing, I know, to a lot of people because it's going to be completely different than the tarot, but in the same genre. Nonetheless, it's going to be launching probably this week. It's going to be kind of like a paranormal fringe art bell type show, Coast to Coast AM. I don't know if you guys remember that show, but it was something I grew up on, listened to every single night, which has brought me into radio and blogging and now on YouTube. So it's kind of really exciting for me because I get to go in. It's going to be an open panel, much like this platform, and
Mhm.
we'll talk about different sort of topics. I'll probably do maybe two a month until I get steady, and then most likely every week I'll be consistent with a night that works for everybody and talk about things from ghost stories to, oh God, let's see, Mandela effect, the three
Mm,
T's: telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, all that fun fringe science. So that's where fringe comes from. And of course, the Foxfire name. And then, yeah, it's media because it's kind of mixed media. There's a little bit of everything. Plus, I'll do like a little bit of reporting on what's going on with true crime, since that kind of like, was been the whole collective for the last year that it kind of like threw me into the YouTube world. So I met all you lovely people and want to keep up on that too. So yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit of everything. It's gonna be fun.
it sounds fun. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it'll be like it won't be kind of like pre-recorded stuff. It'll just be like on the fly, like I'll have stuff, pre-arranged as to what I'm gonna do, but like it'll be kind of reactionary where I'll open up a web page, we'll look at the information, whether it's a news event, oh god, or maybe a company and look at what they're doing and different things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
On
sounds
social media.
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I know you did a live the other day on your tarot channel,
Mhm.
and holy shit, was it the bomb. Like, we had so much fun in there. That was fun. It really was.
Thank
It was
you.
fun.
Oh, look, I haven't laughed and cried so much in all my life. Like, it was a really good time. I mean, it was just honestly, I'm still kind of like trying to shake off everything from it
Yeah.
because, it does drain me. I will say that much. Like, the worst is when I do an in-person tarot reading because, I have to cleanse my house, like everything has to just be sort of meditated on. I have
Right.
these little things that I do, but when it's based on soul energy, like just through, electronics, because electromagnetics is a thing.
Mhm.
And so, that's where it comes through. And so I can pick up on certain things. And so when certain people come in and everything's kind of on point, and validates things and I get that chill. It's kind of like it's really emotional for me. And I actually broke down and cried, but like I don't know, it was really embarrassing.
Oh,
But then we were laughing like two
right.
seconds later. So I mean it is what it is, right?
No,
But
because you was spot on with somebody in there. Well, a couple people, of course, but the one person you was really spot on that you had no clue about. So when you
Mhm.
was pulling her cards, some, you know, private personal shit that came up that was true. Like, it was actually very, whoa,
It
it
was
blew
very
my mind.
shocking for me. Yeah, it was shocking.
Yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
it blew my mind.
But Claire Ascension's kind of confusing to a lot of people. But if okay, so it comes from a group, and I'm sure you're familiar with clairvoyance, right? It's kind of
Right.
like there's the clairs, they're called. So there's clairvoyance, which is the gift of sight.
Hmm.
So it's when you see things happening before they happen. And I have a touch of it, but it's not pronounced in the walking life. It's in my dream world. So oftentimes I'll get a lot of deja vu. And maybe Nay can speak on that if she comes up and joins us today. I'm so excited. Nay's in
Yeah.
chat. Maybe she'll join. Maybe she's our special guest.
Right. Hi, Evie. Welcome in. Hi, Johnny.
Mhm.
Welcome in. But hell yeah.
That'd be great. But yeah, so that's one of the things. And then, of course, there's clairsentience, which is what
Hmm.
I kind of categorized myself in. Because, when this all started, I was just like, well, I don't even know what the hell I am. It was just kind of like, my family has this long history of things. And I was like, I gotta explain it somehow to people. And when I looked up, all the different clairs there are,
Hmm.
I just thought, it spoke the most to me. It just resonated with who and what I am. So yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Does chat have any questions for Foxy?
I'd love questions for chat. Absolutely.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me ask you, when did you realize that you were different from other people?
Oh Lord, that's a great question. Okay. So I guess I was probably about, oh God, my earliest memory, I want to say before the age of 6. Okay, like we'll say like 4 or 5. And I knew, I kind of looking back, it's like, well, put it this way. I remember I had this conversation with my father one day when all this sort of coming into my life, and things were kind of happening, and I was in my teens, and I looked
Hmm.
at him and I was like, Dad, I was like, because my mom died when I was quite young. So,
Okay.
he would know her and her fit. So I said, Dad, I said, do you remember when we, when we were kids and, we lived in that house with that big staircase and he's like, yeah, that was your mom's and I's first apartment when you were, first born and brought back from England and we lived, and that was our first house here. I said,
Mhm.
"Yeah." I said, "Well, we had this big long staircase, right? It was all wooden." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," because we lived upstairs. And I was like, "Yeah." "Well, do you remember I used to like get at the very top of the stairs and just jump down to the bottom like I was floating?" I was like, "How did I never break an arm or leg?" And he's like,
Right.
"What in the hell are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I'd get at the top. I can remember because I remember I would drop my dolly down the side of the banister and watch it like slide down. And I said, then I would jump to try to get to the bottom before she did. And I'd always reach the bottom, but it seemed like in slow motion because maybe I was just younger. I said, I don't know, but I just don't know how I never broke my legs." And he's like, "Mariska, you've
Mm.
never did that." And I'm just like, "Wait, what? You're telling me this is a dream I was having?" And like, so yeah, I guess dreams were big for me.
Oh,
I
wow.
started dreaming very lucidly at that age, and I would go to like there was another instance when I was, I think, in junior high, and I was making friends with people when I moved here. And I remember telling a friend, I was like, I was really bummed I couldn't go to this party. My dad wouldn't let me. He locked me up in my room, and he was one of those dad with the shotgun by the door. So I wasn't allowed to date or anything until high school. And so I was just like, okay.
Wow.
And I said to
Okay.
her, I know, right? He was just like straight up like very protective. And I said to her, I said, "It's so bummed that I couldn't go." I said, "But I dreamt about it." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I had a crazy dream." And I started telling her about this like Chesterfield couch type thing where it was like all like brown and flowery and old looking, and how like where she was sitting, and this person was saying this other thing, and she turned white. And I'm
Oh,
like, "What is
wow.
wrong with you?" And she's like, "You're describing what happened last night." I'm like, "How is that possible?" She goes, "I don't know, but you were."
Whoa.
And then she
Whoa.
brought me home. Yeah. Then she brought me home to meet her mom. And that was the beginning of my journey because her mom read tarot. See?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Amy has a question I pinned on the screen.
Okay. Yes. "Hey Foxy, I had a weird thing happen to me on a ghost tour at our quarantine station. The ground was swaying like a boat. What do you think that was?" Whoa. Okay. That could be multitude of things. I get swaying too sometimes.
Mm.
Sometimes when we're walking between the veil, which I call the walking life and the dream world, right?
Mhm.
A lot of times too, it's referred to this and the other side, we'll say. You can step into like a pocket of time that feels strange and unusual to your system or your soul system, your spirit, whatever that might be. And you'll notice a vibration. It's a resonance that happens. It's kind of like a frequency that goes through your body, and it makes you feel kind of like a bit off kilter until
Oh,
you walk
wow.
out of that area, and then you kind of find your footing again. That's what I personally think that is. It could also have to do with deja vu moments as well. And also because it is sort of like a ghost tour, I'm gonna go with, maybe you maybe had um, a brush with perhaps someone's energy that might have been there. Yeah, yeah. So could be that you walked through another person. I don't know, but
That is cool.
if I had to guess, that would be probably my top three.
Oh, wow.
So it's there, yeah.
Okay.
Because I do
Ha-
believe people surround us in life that have
mm,
passed over. I believe in guardian angels, and I believe in ancestral spiritual people that we have never met, like that just kind of follow us around and protect us. And I think that every person we meet in this lifetime, we've met before in multitude of lifetimes because I'm a reincarnation believer.
mm,
So, yeah.
okay. I hope
Anyone
that
else?
answers your question. Yes.
Yeah,
So Amy said, "Oh, wow. As soon as I stepped out of the area, it stopped." Interesting.
exactly. Yeah. So I think you were just in a pocket where you were between the veil of the walking life and I don't want to say the undead, but you know, the
Oh,
the
wow.
conscious that we don't see or feel
Hmm.
in the reality of the 3D world, we'll say. Yeah.
And then, yes, welcome in, Ladybug.
Oh, ladybug.
Oh, wow. So
There's a
that's
lot of people in
okay.
the chat. I'm just looking here. Oh, hey, Nay. Yeah, she's like, good. Katie M in the house.
And I have forgot about that we are doing a drawing that anybody in chat has already been entered in. It's a giveaway for Nadine's, some of her melts. And if somebody can drop her channel link and her website, like where I think I sent it to you, MK, the Crazy Town, where I have the promo code. If you don't care to put that in chat, and then whoever comments in this chat will automatically be added. It's the giveaway tool thingy through StreamYard, and it will just generate things.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. This is the giveaway
Yeah.
from Nace. Scent. What is it?
Yes, her music
What's that called?
melts.
Music Mouth. That's it.
Uh-huh. MK dropped it, so there's a discount code. And then let's see. I think Nay. Oh shit. My chat skipping.
It's okay. Gigi's got another one in May. I have a question I'm going to come up and ask in a bit when hubby
Oh,
is done wreck and shop. Oh, awesome.
okay.
Awesome. Yes.
Okay.
I think Gigi's got one too. I don't know.
Okay. GG.
But yeah, that's so exciting when Nate comes up, and she can talk about her website too and like what it's all about.
Oh, yes.
Oh wow. Okay. What's she saying? Oh, hi Foxy. I woke once with a being on top of me. Ooh, night hag. I couldn't move my arms or legs. Scariest experience I've had. All right. So there's lots of mythology to that. A lot of times we have in sleep what's called sleep paralysis. I can never say that
Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes our brain tries to put information in to help us kind of make sense of it, because when we're sleeping, we're in kind of two different realities, right? Like we're in one reality where we actually believe things are happening in the dream state, and then actually our bodies are in the other reality where the 3D world is. And so there's kind of like a weird disconnect that happens, and a connect that happens when you come back through the REM sleep patterns, right? And sometimes what happens is if you come through the REM sleep patterns too quickly, you have what's called sleep paralysis. In other words, you wake up before your body does. Okay, it's a scientific thing. It's not fringe science. It's an actual thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
However, there have been stories of people who claim to have seen or witnessed or felt an energy there, like an attack on them. And I remember when I was young, actually, my friend's mother told me that this had happened to her when she was young. And she said that she felt it was a spiritual attack on her.
Mm.
So Gigi, if that's what happened and that's what you felt it was, that something was trying to attack you, it could have been a dark force of some kind of energy, or it could have been sleep paralysis if you were just unsure of how you felt. It really depends. When you're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense in this world, I always say to people, what were your feelings? Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
you remember feeling? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you, okay? Did you feel restless? Did you want to run? Were you safe? Was it a safe feeling? Was it like, oh, this is a cool thing. What's happening? So there's all
Right.
different types of things that you feel. And so it's really important to make note of those things and just keep a little journal as well.
So about earlier, I think it was Gigi that asked the question. So MK was said,
Yeah.
ask the same thing as walking through a cold spot in a dark room. Does it
Oh,
feel
I
like
think
that?
I think he's referring to the other question with the
Amy's.
Amy's, yeah, about
Okay.
like the old expression when we were kids. I don't know if you ever heard this, but whenever you got that feeling, that shiver, you're like you just went, and then somebody would
Yeah.
say, "Oh, it's because somebody walked over your grave," right?
Right.
Have you ever heard this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, that's the same feeling I equate it to. It's kind of like when you walk. Yeah, exactly what MK said. I think it's the same feeling. It's exactly the same feeling. When
Mm-hmm.
I
And
personally,
we're
huh?
it feels like the hair on the back of your neck is standing up, and you get like a
Yeah.
whoof, a rush over you.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I know, like, my spirit guides are with me during a reading, because I'll start to get the goosies. That's what I call
Oh,
it on the
okay.
show. Yeah. But yeah, it's an intense feeling for sure. It can be quite frightening if you don't know, and a lot of times it could be a loved one, a family member, just kind of checking in and being like, "Hey, are you good?" But you don't know what it is, so you're like freaked out, like I was for the first 20 years of my life.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
when
Okay.
you're raised in a real religious household, it kind of makes you,
Mm,
trying to diverge to the other side of things and not accept certain things about yourself, right? So if you have the
mm-hmm.
gift to feel other things and energies and, have that ability to walk what I call through the timeline with pockets of energies, vortices, whatever you want to call them,
Mm-hmm.
between the veil, be able to like recognize a gift that I feel comes from God personally.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
you embrace it. Yes, yes, and you embrace it. It's
Okay, okay. And how old was you when you started having these um, feelings that you knew that you was maybe even gifted?
oh God, I'd say probably 7 or 8 years old.
Mm.
Because yes, I've been in a lot of precarious situations where, well, let's just put it this way. When I went to a psychic when I turned 40, and she was way away, away. My brother, set it all up. It was a big surprise. And we drove like 5 hours to get there. It was this big thing. And this woman, the first thing she said to me was, "You were marked for death multiple times before the age of 20.
Mm.
And this lifetime, you have escaped death more than you realize." In other words, there's situations that I was in that I knew of. Like, for example, I was probably 7, 6.5. My mother was driving with my brother and I, and she clipped a curb. The car went 360 degrees into the air, landed on the top of the vehicle. My mother had gone through the windshield, and I mean, there's
Mm.
glass everywhere. She almost died. But because back then there was no seat belts and we were all sitting in the front like idiots,
Mm.
she kind of jumped away from the steering wheel and threw herself on us to protect us from falling out. And she ended up going. But then when
Mm.
the studies came back, they were like, yeah, like the steering wheel went right through the chair and it would have killed her. So that's the kind of
Oh,
idea. I
wow.
feel like that those types of situations that happened to her happened to me as well.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, and it's been by protecting other people, which is odd. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like when I first realized. And then the second thing was when I guess there was another situation as well, where it just listen, just near causes, near death causes, like a lot of
Right.
them. And the thing was, I could see or feel something coming. Like it wasn't like I was being told like this or that. There has been once or twice, though, I will tell you this in my life, where I literally heard a voice, "Run now and run," or "Move your car now," like,
Mm-hmm.
which only has happened twice in my life, and both times I would have been dead. So that is a big thing to
Oh,
swallow when you're
wow.
going through life and not really realizing things that are happening around you, right? But I guess to really pinpoint it was I could feel people. Um, I could, when I would be in a room full of people, I could feel who in the room had, um, I guess, a lot of people call them auras, electromagnetic
Mm-hmm.
fields, take your pick. I look at it as energy, because it's all energy. And I knew immediately who to stay the hell away from. I knew what
Oh.
energy was dark, and I knew what energy was light. And that has saved me in a lot of situations as well. Yeah.
Oh,
So I guess
wow.
between the age of 6 and 11 is when I really, really, really tuned into following my gut. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Johnny, he's crazy. I think
What did
Nay's
you
gonna come
say?
up.
I didn't even
Oh,
read it.
let's see. I'm doing between two devices here trying to get my shit together. So you'll have to be patient with me. I'm learning.
There was an old lady standing in front of my window. Hot, really hot. LOL. That's what in the cards for me. Uh, Limbo? Oh, maybe he's saying maybe she was in limbo. Just kind of
Mm.
looking at, having a little fizzy
Laugh my
fizzy.
butt off. Is MB. Yeah, he's funny. Um, so
I
you
think
was young. That is
very
wild. That
young.
you Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay. I've
Like
heard a
I
lot of
knew
people say that.
it's true. And when you're small, it's like you're more open to it because you're not programmed conditionally from the rest of society or education or, the church or classic or just conditioned by your family and belief systems, right? So you're more open to accepting what things are until you aren't. And then that's when the struggle
Right.
starts, right? Like I knew
Mhm.
before my mother was gonna die that she was gonna die. I just knew it.
Oh
And that's why
wow.
I think I was ready and really strong for my younger brother because he just did not do well
Mm.
for the whole situation. But I kind of
Right.
knew it was coming, and I won't get into that here because it's kind of depressing. But yeah,
Right.
it just was situations like that that I kind of seen coming in a sense, like felt it. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hi, Nay.
Hi, May.
Welcome up.
Hi, Crazy Mama. Hi, Foxy.
Hi.
Hey, everybody in chat.
I hope I'm
Got
not
our
So,
talking too
Nay.
quick, you guys, because like I'm just a little nervous. Me
Oh, you're
nervous.
doing
uh,
You
great.
we're all nervous. It's fine.
Yeah, you're doing
So
great.
I'm sorry if you guys hear the birds and stuff in the background, but I have a question for Foxy.
You do. Okay.
How many times after you've done a reading has someone called you or messaged you and said, "Holy shit, that was so spot on"?
You really want me to answer that question?
Mm.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Every time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's uncomfortable to say, but every single time. I know when I used to do them for my friends in high school, like just carrying on, like sleepovers, whatever, in junior high sleepovers, grade 10, grade 9. Her mom would have cards and she'd be like, "Oh, you got to get a set of cards." And so I'd go out and I got a set of cards and then I would do them. And every time I did them, they're like, "Holy crap, like that's exactly it." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I just pulled cards and read them. What do you even mean? Then when I got older, I kind of realized, oh, I'm picking up on them. Okay, I see how this works. The cards are how do I put this? Nate, what's that word I'm looking for? It's a medium
Mm.
that I use to focus. What comes through the cards directs me, but it's the
To
energy.
like ground you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, grounds me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the pictures will tell a story, and I'll go with the path. And if something in my head says no, that's not it, I will pause and think it through. And for the longest time, I would hold back. And when I stopped holding back is when people started saying, you're spot on.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I've had my
KTM
cards
pathway.
read like twice,
Yeah.
and both times it was two different people, and both times they were crazy spot on. And it was like I was younger, so it was stuff that ended up happening way down the line in the future.
That's
Mm-hmm.
I'm
intense.
so into this stuff.
That's really intense. Yeah, I
You
don't
see
claim to see the
Kursuma?
future. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was
Buckstar did mine the other day, and there was no doubt she was spot on with everything. And see, I'll just go ahead and say it. Shame on me, but I am skeptical about this. Foxy knows how I am, but
I am too, girl. I'm
I
the
know,
most
but
skeptical
listen,
person you meet.
listen, bitch, you're making me a believer.
Fuck's sakes. I even second guess myself my whole life. Like, come on.
No, but you are making me a believer because, like, I was there for that live. The stuff that you said about mine, the stuff that you said about Kursuma, and then we spoke to Kursuma after the fact, and I could not believe it. Gosh, it blew my mind. And you didn't even know. Like, that's the thing. You didn't know anything
I
about
didn't.
Kursuma's situation, so it was
When I
shocking.
it was shocking because when I scrolled up to read the chat, when she's like, look at the post I put, that's when I started to cry. You can see it in the video. I'm like, it freaked me out. I was like,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. No, I couldn't
Respect.
believe it.
Mhm.
Impressed, very impressed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
See, Kursuma said it was such an emotional feeling, and it was like, holy crap. Oh, thanks, MK. Man, he's like mod boss tonight. Look at
He's
that
on
shit.
fire.
Mm-hmm. Hey, MJ, welcome in, girlfriend.
Nate, let me ask you something. If you don't mind, um, and it's kind of a personal question. If you don't want to answer it live, that's okay. I really respect that. It's not to intrude, but I'm getting, okay. So I'm supposed to ask you, I feel like you have a gift as well. And I think there's more than one there. Just yes or no.
No, I am very, I pay attention to my gut feelings.
Good.
Yeah, that's about the only gift I have, and it is pretty strong.
You're very strong intuitive. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's how I've been too. I think the intuition was sort of like a pathway for me to open up different things. And the dreams also, was a big starter.
Right.
I'm just trying to think if there's been any other situations. I know I've seen things like when I was growing up that I kind of questioned. But then I was like, maybe I was just high.
Ah,
Like,
Did you find yourself ignoring a lot of it or like pushing it off to
yeah,
the side, like, no, that can't be real?
yes. As a matter of fact, that's why I don't
Hmm.
smoke pot. I can't do it.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It opens up a doorway that I cannot close, and I will never ever do it again. Yeah, I remember being at a party, and I was like, oh, it's all good. And after a few different parties, and then I got a strain that was like all mental,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, oh Jesus, like, and I'd say stuff, and they're like, I didn't say that. I was thinking it, but I wasn't saying it, and I'm like, oh fuck me, I'm out.
Right.
No, not doing it ever, 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 ever again. There's certain things, and I was also told by the psychic I'm not supposed to drink while I do it. I'm supposed to have a very clear, protected energy around me when I do readings, because she said my field is very big for some
Mm,
reason. And that's probably why when I was small, I could pick up on people in a room, like far away, like who, was kind of dark or light or whatever.
right.
Oh, yes.
Music City Mom said she can
Hmm.
feel when things are going to happen, but it's never anything good. Oh my. See, that's what
Yes.
I wouldn't like.
Yes. So you get omens. That's what they're called. They're called
Oh,
omens. Um, I don't I don't like it. I don't equate mine to omens, because I feel like every situation happens for a reason. I feel honestly in my lifetime, even the bad shit. So for me, when I pick on something like that, I will say in a reading, what the universe needs you to do in
mhm.
order to prevent this from happening. Like that's the route I'll take, because that was my biggest fear was, I have to be honest, I have to be truthful, but
Right,
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to step in anyone's energy, obviously, first of all, without permission. And number two, I don't want it to be a negative reading for anybody to walk away feeling terribly sad or upset, right?
right,
And those are the two contracts I made with God. I was like, if I'm going to do this thing, I really want to be those two things. And so I always, say a little prayer, do protection of white light around me and people that are in chat, that my regulars and those that come in as well,
mhm.
and just go on the feeling that it's all going to be good. Even if it's like something that bad comes up, it's like, but this thing will happen because of this. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
Like this shit's coming, but guess what? Like it's gonna be good in the end, because these things have to come for this thing to happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the expression one door closes, another one opens. One door
Mhm,
has to close before the other door can open. And that's with anything: relationships, death, rebirth, children,
mhm.
relationships, life in general, right? Jobs.
Right,
So I try to use it that way when that happens for me as well. Yeah, but that's what
right.
it's called, an omen. But it's shitty when you don't want to, have it happen.
Well, you do have good energy, Foxy. Anytime I've been around you on YouTube, behind the scenes, on the video chats we do, like you like such a great personality. Like you really are a great person. You put off
Oh,
a good vibe. Yes, it's awesome.
thank
I
Yes.
you.
agree.
I'm
Such a
so
sweetheart.
embarrassed. I don't do well with compliments. I can't with your
Right.
crazy mama. But thank you. Thank
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when you get
Welcome
someone on
in.
your mind. Oh, damn, that's a good one. That's a
Welcome in Art, Tia, and Allie. I just seen them come in.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Yes.
Tia. Hi, Art.
Music
Oh my
City
god,
Mom.
Allie's in there too.
Yes, I think I said hi to Allie. Yes.
I didn't see her till now. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's amazing. They stopped by to see you. Um, Yeah, when you get someone, and okay, so for me, personally speaking, and again, I can't speak for everybody who's asking these questions. So it's like,
Mhm.
whatever resonates with you is fine. But for me, what resonates with that is if somebody's stuck in my head and I can't stop thinking about them, they're going to call me. I'm going to run into them. I'm going to see them on a Facebook post. Like I'm going to get a text. Like that's exactly how it happens for me. Now, when you speak about things that you feel like you think something bad and something bad's going to happen, that's my aunt. My aunt's that she has that. She has that. My aunt will. I'll tell you the story. My aunt called
Mhm.
my mother, I guess, the night she died, but it was already happened. And she said to me, I was just talking to her. What do you mean? She just called me. I'm like, no, she never called you. She did not call you. She's like, I literally just answered the phone. She called me. I was like, no, she did not. She did not call you. Then I explained what
Oh.
happened. She has this weird thing where she can definitely, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. Like
Mm.
the force is strong with this one. That's my mom's side, the gypsy side. Yeah, for sure. And she don't like it. And so I get it, Music City Mom. uh, I know. Like, why can't we win the lottery? Right. Well, that's
Right.
because it's material gain and it's not meant for it's a part of we're not supposed to be here to, oh, how do I put this without sounding like a crazy okay, we literally are here to experience, I think, in my opinion, the human condition, but it was never meant to be about being famous or rich or you know, winning all kinds of money and living lavish lifestyles. It was about making connections with our soul people, our soul family, our soul tribes, the people we connect with every lifetime, to experience things in the physical form, because you can't in the spiritual form. You can't touch each other, love each other, have things happen between each other, drink
Right.
a pop, have a beer, eat some cool, good food. You know, those are the things that people keep coming back for, because, you know, you don't get to experience that on the other side. So it's a gift. And I think that's why people don't get those types of things that happen, because it's not meant to be that way. It's not
Right.
supposed to be receiving in that type of a situation. It's about helping others, in
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
opinion only, of course.
Right. And no, that's what I like about you, because you're not a greedy bitch. You don't do this for just, for clicks and views and for the money. Like, you really are who you portray you are. Like, you are kind-hearted, and you do, like, I love you, Foxy. I think the world of you. I really do. I'm glad that that we became friends.
I am so lucky to have you as a friend as well. I just love the shit out of you too.
She's a
Thank
crazy
you.
bitch, y'all. Really. No, she's
Oh,
not.
I got a side. Don't even worry about it. Look around and find out. That's our, we have that in common. It's just that I do it differently.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I have another one before I have to mute again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, there's a person that I work with that as soon as that person walks in the building, everyone's mood shifts and change. Her negative energy is that bad.
Yeah.
Is there a way
Mm.
to block that if you're an empath and you already feel everyone's energy?
It's funny you use that word, because I also equate myself to being an empath. Here's the thing. You need to oh wow. It's a tough question, because the problem is it has to be a collective group thing. But for yourself, you can protect yourself.
Mm.
You can protect yourself with prayer, white light, golden light, whatever light that you feel is your light, whether that's purple or, I don't know, blue, whatever. But it's something you have to imagine it being iridescent, like coming from within outward, not surrounding you in the term of like a gate, but from inward out. And that is the gate they can't get in. So if you set that boundary for yourself spiritually, then they can't enter that force. There's no way they can. It's kind of like the old expression, you know, and it's silly, but it is true in mythology. A vampire can't come in your house and let you invite them in. It's the same thing with demons, same thing with dark energy, it's the same thing with dark magic, it's the same thing with any kind of darkness. If you put yourself in that situation and you feel that, you need to get the hell out of there right away. Now, obviously, a work situation is a whole lot different, because there's nothing really you can do about it. But if this is really something that's bringing the whole team down, I would even consider the fact that it's not just an energy thing, but it's a human being issue, right? So
Mm.
why would you want to be in that frame of mind with this person working all the time? So as a collective or a group, perhaps maybe have a conversation and ask the person, like, are you okay? Like, do you need to talk? Perhaps this person's carrying around a lot of grief. You don't know what's happening in their day every day. And or if it's something that they're just straight up a dick, then go to HR and say, look, like, I can't put up with this anymore. Like, it's too much. Like, this person, like, there's a respectful workplace policy in place for a reason, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all gone to HR. She
Okay.
is just a dick. Yes, it's a very just a human problem for her. She can't seem
Right.
to get along with anyone at all.
Oh, that's a shame. Because, you know, that's probably her path, why she's here. I hate to say it, but even people who can't see the forest through the trees, that's the reason why they're here. They chose to live this life to do this blindly, because for some strange reason they have to learn a lesson. Whatever that is, that's their thing, right? It's not for us to figure out. But it's a shame, because, you know, you don't want to be around that energy at the workplace, especially at work, because you're there every day, like your family. I think I spend more time at work than I used to with my home family over the years. So I can see how that would be very frustrating. But yeah, I would just concentrate on like bursting out from the light from within outwards. Yes. hmm
Mhm.
And also, I would pray for the person to like just get well. Maybe it's a mental health issue. You know, like we don't know what's going on in people's lives when they go home each day as well. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know.
Thank you. I know that was a hard one,
It was
but I've
hard
been
because
trying to figure it out myself for a
it's
very long
tough.
time,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
tough.
can't. I just
You
avoid
know,
her like the plague.
you know what I would suggest, and I know this is going to sound so stupid, but I would send a whole lot of love her way.
Mm. That's a hard one. Holy
I
shit.
wish, yeah, I wish I had your light, love, and energy, but for this
Listen,
person,
I
I
have
just
my
can't.
dark days. I'm not loving light and guru all the time, but I just mean like when you're in that mindset of like, I just can't take her today. Just say,
Mhm,
God, please send her love today because I can't. I just please, this person needs love. This person needs love. And then you know what? Your mindset will change probably, I think. Just try it out. See what happens.
mhm, mhm. That's a hard one right there.
I
Holy
follow.
shit, that's a hard
I
one.
know it's tough. Because I'm gonna. I follow Christ consciousness quite a lot in my lifetime. I don't belong to the church, but I believe in his teachings.
Mhm.
And one of the things he said was, you have to forgive the people that wrong you to heal. And a lot of the times it's to forgive them for them, but it's mostly to forgive yourself as well, so both parties can move forward. And you can't move forward if there's hurt and negativity there, right? So maybe
Right.
this person's just carrying around a whole lot of hurt and negativity, and maybe if you try to send some spiritual love her way, like just kind of like a little, just a little flash here and there,
Mhm.
might help heal her wounds, and she might start changing her behavior. I don't know. It's worth a shot. I'll try it.
You're
That's a
so
hard
sweet,
one.
Foxy.
She is so kind. Always. That's what I'm saying. Like always.
Like, I'd be serious thinking, I want to cut this bitch, but I'm going to send her some love right now because this bitch, she needs some love, girls. You need some love.
Instead of cutting this
That's what I
bitch,
would
I'm
be
gonna pray for this
thinking.
bitch.
Yes, listen. We all have the office bitch. I'm telling you, it's a thing for sure. Yeah, that's a hard one.
So the human problem at work is so mean that she does things wrong and then argues about it. I kill her with kindness. That's
Thank you.
a mhm.
Kill them with kindness. That's right.
Yeah.
Terrible expression. I use it too because it sounds so negative. Because you don't want to kill anybody, but you want to kill the negativity. Is what that means, right?
Mm.
You want to stomp it out.
Right, right, right.
Sometimes you can get negative too. You can pick on people. Listen, people can send their energy your way and it ruins your damn day. Just ruins it. It
Right.
just puts you in such a state of mind. You're like, if you have a shitty dream, you wake up and it just stays with you all day and everything happens. And you're like, oh my God, I stepped in this puddle and oh my God,
Mhm.
I dropped my purse in this fucking mud thing. And oh, why is
Right.
this day? I just can't wait for it to be over. Well, chances are you might have didn't realize, but something in your dream was not a very pleasant thing you faced. Maybe you carried it with you all day and everything you did affected everyone around you, right? It just travels, right? Love spreads just like negativity.
Right. Or
I
like
get a voodoo doll. Send
I love her.
No, I don't deal in the voodoo. Don't do the voodoo. No. Well, that makes me laugh.
Yeah, she's crazy. But
hmm
yeah, that's so okay. And with the cards, okay. So explain the tarot card just a little bit
Okay,
for chat,
sure,
maybe.
sure. What do you want to know?
Like,
Like just the basic of the deck, how it
yeah,
works?
just the
Okay.
basic, because there's different ones too as well, right? Didn't you say that on
Yeah.
your okay.
Yeah. So you have your main tarot, which I think came out in the early, like, I want to see 14th century, 15th. I mean, they've been around for a really long time. Don't quote me on that date, you guys, but it's a long time they've been around. They started off as playing cards around like salon societies and things like that and underground get togethers. But eventually over time, each picture had symbols on them to give you certain idea of what's going on. So in the actual tarot, there's what's called the court cards, which is uh, like ace to say 9 or say 10.
Mhm.
And those are different. There's 4. So you have your wands, which is action cards. So it talks about, your fire cards because there's 4 elements. There's fire, air, water, and earth, right? And
Mhm.
so the fire cards are represented by the wands. So it's like a physical 3D thing. But because it's wood catches fire and therefore, passion is sort of like equated to that. So, a wand card is about action, passion, creativity, all types of things in the in the flair of life, right? And then you have your swords, which is all about like your air signs. So it's communication, whether written or vocal or spoken or music, but it's whatever's through the air, radio, television, airwaves,
Mhm.
electromagnetics, anything like that, right?
Mhm.
Then you have your earth cards, which are sometimes they refer to coins, sometimes they refer to pentacles, which is the same thing as a coin back in the day. And or other types of, but anyway, they're basically the material 3D world. So sometimes a person will get those in the reading, and then a reader will say, okay, well, this tells me that it's a lot of financial stuff here, a lot of 3D work, a lot of world issues, physical, obstacles, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like a conversation obstacle or feeling obstacle, or and then there's the water sign, which is about emotion. Like those are the big ones for me, because I work with emotion. So it's like, okay, so the water cards are really important because they talk about whether there is a like a feeling of regret, or a feeling of happiness, or a feeling of sadness. Like it talks about what's going on internally, right, with your soul and spirit. So all those cards are kind of like from 1 to 10, and they basically give you the road or map, they call it, I guess, to the reading. And then there's the
Mm-hmm.
major arcana cards, which is from like 1 to, I think I want to say 13. But anyway, there's the Fool card, which is the 0 card, and it goes right to the end. So the Fool is the beginning, the Alpha, the Omega, talks about taking a leap of faith. Each card has a specific story. So if you get that card in the deck, that's you hone in on that, and everything around it is the adjectives. That's the main story, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
the Tower card comes up, then, oh my goodness, okay, something's coming. You didn't see it coming. The tower came down and everything was around you, blah, blah, blah. And you hear me say that on my channel. Or sometimes it'll be in the reverse, and I'll say, wow, you really diverted a disaster there. Something bad could have happened, but you know what? You saw it coming, that kind of thing. So, and then the descriptors are the 1 to 10, your 2 of ace, your 2 of wands, your 2 of clubs. I'm going to my playing cards now. 2 of wands, 2 of swords, 2 of pentacles, 2 of all that. So it's just and then those really tell the story. So that's how it works. And then depending on what you get, now for me, a lot of people use them differently as well. Like you'll see some tarot card readers, they'll just shuffle them, cut them 3 ways, which you do, and then you make sure they're really good and shuffled well, and then you start shuffling like you would to start the reading. And some people will just put the deck down and flip the top and just keep them grabbing from the top. Those people are they just take the cards based on in the belief that the cards are where they're supposed to be, right? Like they're not even going to shuffle them anymore. That's it. It's done.
Oh.
So they may shuffle them 13 times, put the cards deck, they're done, right? Or 3 times or 7 times or whatever number speaks to them. And then that's that. They'll take the top card and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I go by feeling. So I will shuffle, and a lot of other people do this as well, and shuffle until they fall out, because I say speak to me. So when they're
Mm-hmm.
talking, they all fly out at me, and when they're not talking, it's like, okay, I'm not using this deck, they don't want to speak today. Like that's how I look at it, right?
Right.
But yeah, a lot
Well,
of
I
people,
know you was only going to pull a few for me, but like several flew out, and so we used them
girl,
all.
I
Okay.
couldn't help it. It was
Yeah.
too funny.
Yeah. That was pretty good. But
And
so when they
sometimes,
fly out like that, you just use them, right?
yeah, for the most part, I mean, like, look, I can't read 50 cards for someone, right? Like when the whole deck fell over, I'm like, all right, they really want to talk to her. Like I
Right.
can't with this. Um, and in some decks, like I'll grab and I'll say, no, I'm not supposed to use those. Like I'll just hear a little thing in my heart, and I'll say, oh, I'll pull these. And then there's like, so that's the tarot. And then there's other cards like, people do specific
Rena
creations.
just said that is how I do heaven cards.
Yes, by the flipping, let them fall out on their own, Raina. Is that what you mean? Mm-hmm. And then there's cards that are called oracle cards. So they're really, really different from the tarot. So they're not based on the old way of doing things, right? Excuse me. These are new modern creations. These are cards that someone sits down, and says, I'm going to do this based on what I want, like how I see things, right? Like you could get, for example, there's a deck called Angels and Ancestors. They're oracle card. They're beautiful. The artwork's beautiful. They're all different. They all have different interpretation. You go by an intuition, but they all come with books so you can learn about them.
Right.
Then there's other cards like romance cards where they'll have specifically just romantic answers, right?
Hmm.
Um, and you can get cards that, talk about like, oh, it's the honeymoon. So, you might be in the honeymoon phase of your relationship, or, oh, reconciliation. So the person might be wondering if they're going to get back together. I mean, then there's angel cards, which I love. I started off using those when I started my tarot. Always will. And those are kind of have like really nice little affirmations to give to a person if you're feeling like they need some internal, if you're feeling like you need to give a little bit of extra oomph to somebody, I'll pull angel cards and or affirmation cards or the gem cards. Like I have this deck I use quite a lot. It has like the gems, like smoky quartz, and it'll have a little affirmation, and then it'll tell you on the back what the angel is. And this one I just pulled like angel of transformation. So they're nice little kind of like additions to doing tarot, because then you can tell a client or a person you're doing them for, a friend or whoever, like little extra messages that maybe you wouldn't pick up doing tarot, right? Because it's really intuitive for the most part. I mean, there's so many oracle cards. There's so many.
Hmm.
So many I couldn't even tell you. Like, I mean, I've probably got about a good, I'd say about 75, about 50 or 60 decks.
Oh my gosh. Are you
Uh-huh.
shitting me?
Yeah, I've got about at least 60 decks, and I just bought another one the other day.
Shit.
There's a
You
deck I
see
have.
Tia's comment? A pin?
You have you made your own ancestor cards? No, I have not. But it's something I thought about at one point in time. But I thought, you know what? That's not my destiny. I'm not supposed to do that.
Mm.
But I'm supposed to support others who do. I follow this psychic. She's pretty funny. I love her. She's called, I think, Black Rose Tarot. And she was working with these cards, the vice versa cards. And I swear to God, I bought them before the show even ended. I think it was like 5 seconds in. I saw them and I went, I have to have those cards. They just spoke to me. And that's how I
Right.
do it. If they speak to me, I resonate. And then it's something I need to work with and use them. And what I like about these is that generally when you're doing tarot cards, you can, so for example, if a flipper card comes out and you flip it, you might have flipped it the wrong way. If, say, for example, someone else is picking from the top, they'll take the card and flip it so that there's no mistaken placement, whether it's like upwards or reversed. With these, the back is the reverse, so you can't ever get the mistake of flipping the wrong way, right? So that's kind of what I like about them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, there's a
And
lot to it.
that's another thing. A lot of people don't read in the reverse. I've noticed on tarot channels. A lot of people just take it for the card and what it is and don't read the opposite, which I kind of did at first because I know it's a lot. And I often forget, like, to be honest, what the reverse is with a lot of cards, but it doesn't take long for me to remember once I'm doing them. But because it's really weird. Some of them can be like, oh, well, this card's about, positivity and being awesome, but the back has nothing to do with, it's like something completely different.
Oh,
And so
wow.
so sometimes it's not obvious, right? So yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot. There's so many. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you so many
Right.
different types of cards. Yeah, but I love oracle cards because they're bright, they're beautiful. The artwork is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
They tell a story, and a lot of times, the person will get something from it that they wouldn't get from tarot. So
Right. Okay. I know there's a lot of pretty cards that you showed on that lot. There's so many. Like,
yeah, and I mean the interpretation is just like so many. Like there's these cards by Rebecca Campbell. She's amazing. She's a light worker. I love light workers. They are in my heart forever. And these oracle cards are fantastic, but they make no sense. Like they just have like one word
mm-hmm.
and then a question, but the image is like, whoo, this could mean so many different things. So I like working with these because this is basically going off of you, right?
Oh,
You have to
okay.
trust in yourself a whole hell of a lot to bring these cards out. And oftentimes I won't use them because, sometimes, like I said, I'm a skeptic. Sometimes I don't even trust myself. Like, it's like, should I say this? Should I not say this? No, the answer is yes or no. And then I'll hear, okay, yeah, let's go for it. And I'm just going to say it. And then usually they're like, oh, damn, like, how did you know that? I'm like, I do not know, but I just, it just came out. So that's
But
really
there again, you need to go by your gut feeling. Like you just,
exactly.
yes, you
Yeah.
need to stop questioning yourself. I think you're too hard on yourself, Foxy.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just let it flow, girl. Let it
That's what I've
flow.
been doing. I've been trying.
Yeah. No,
uh-huh.
I think you're really good at it. Like I said, I've always questioned it, but man, ever since I've known you and some of the shit that I've seen and went back and watched, I'm like, oh my God. Spot on. Spot on.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were those ones I was telling you about that I bought on the Black Rose Tarot. They're called Vice Versa Tarot. I think KTM put in the chat because she's ahead of it. But yeah. But Nay, I'm super happy you're here, and here I am hogging everything, and I just wanted to have you talk too. God, I feel like I'm just, it's weird being on somebody else's channel and just kind of have to talk all the time. Forget that it's
No.
not your
I have to
page.
live on mute anyway. I have a lot of background noise at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
she
can
had
you tell it?
questions, remember?
Oh yeah, she did. And also, like, I want me to tell everybody about your awesome website because it's amazing. And that's the giveaway today. So they need to know what they're getting. Don't you think, Crazy Mama?
Absolutely. But so um go into another room where it's not so noisy and shit, Nay, and let's hear about your music melts. Let everybody know about them if she can talk.
And the answer to your
Lady,
question,
there is no other room.
that's
Oh,
you're good. I can't hear anything but you, hon. Honestly,
I
it's
know. Yeah, her earbuds, like my earbuds pick up, when we're on video, you can always hear the birds in the background and stuff when I'm outside. So, but I can't hear anything in her background. So that's cool.
No, they're being extra quiet. Thank
Oh,
bless them. Yeah.
aw.
Okay. They went in the room. What would you like to know, love?
your website.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, explain your melt a little bit to everybody. Some people don't know about them, so I
I
don't know
didn't.
how
I
they
saw it
Uh,
don't.
the first time today, and I was like, "What? I need to get this."
yeah. So they are essentially a flameless candle. You use an electric warmer that you plug into the wall, runs off a light bulb, or you can use the ones with the tea light candles, but the tea light candles go out too fast. It burns out the scent too fast. I prefer the electric, they work better.
Hmm.
Um, you just put the wax melts in the top, flip the little switch and turn it on, and it permeates the whole house.
And they last a long time. Like as far
Hmm.
as the smell goes, oh my gosh.
Yep.
You'll get a lot of them that just have that waxy smell. I know you all know what I'm talking about. It smells like wax. I don't know how to explain it, but these scents, when I say yummy, you're not supposed to eat them, but they smell yummy. Gosh, they smell yummy.
Thank you, Rena. I see you, love.
I think
Me
Raina
too.
knows my soul, that she knows my birthstone is a coffee bean, so I'm going to try the coffee the first time around, I feel like.
Listen, that's one
It's
of my
pretty
favorites.
good. Yeah, that was a hard one to find because a lot of the oils smell, that old burnt coffee smell, like when your grandma used to make coffee and it
Yes.
smelled like jet fuel. Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, God.
it had like that burnt smell. So I went through quite a few before I found the one.
I can't imagine.
Music City, the packaging is very impressive. Like it blew my mind. I'm like, nay, like she put so much love in all of her,
Oh,
like it's insane. It really is. She does
it's
wonderful.
beautiful. Like just the little touches, like it is made with love. I can tell. Like it's just, ugh.
Look at Tia.
Where?
Don't buy
What she
someday.
say?
Save that all for me. Best smell.
Oh, that one's going nowhere, Tia. That one will always be there.
Yeah. She's supposed to say that one stinks. You all stay away from that one.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
And just so you know, I'm not sucking butt. Look at black coffee. Hello.
Oh yeah. Oh
It is my
yeah.
birthstone. It is.
I love that. I'm a coffee snob too.
I love coffee. I could live on. I swear to God, you should just intravenous it into me. I don't know how I live without it.
What the
Yeah,
hell, Kusuma? She needs one that smells like fresh cut grass.
I
No
I
love the
love this.
accident.
smell of
Yeah, I
fresh
love that.
I do too.
God, not me.
Oh, I
I love
do.
that, and that does exist. I just haven't
And you know what else?
Oh,
dabbled yet.
I like the smell of. Oh, this is gonna sound crazy, you guys, but burning asphalt, like when they first pave a draw, like a
ugh.
street. I love it. I can't. It's weird. It's so weird.
I like the
Can you?
smell of sawdust because my dad was a carpenter,
Mm.
so that
Okay.
scent always reminds me of him.
Okay.
Oh, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how smells remind us of things too, like especially childhood memories. There's what's it called? It's like a sensory help me here,
Uh,
chat. It's a oh God, it's right in the tip of my tongue. Your
I know what you're trying to say.
olfactory senses, right? It brings back like every memory is attached to a smell, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, it's interesting. That's why I think I love vanilla because, but I don't know where it comes from. I just love the smell of vanilla. I
Hmm.
don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because my grandmother baked cookies when I was small all the time, and the vanilla. I mean, who knows? But
Right.
I
Right.
do love the smell of it. Yeah,
I love the smell of
I love
gas.
the smell of
What
gasoline
the
too,
hell?
Tia. I
You
do
all are a
too.
weird ass.
I'm
Oh
a
my
weirdo.
god.
I do too. Sorry.
It's
Oh
diesel.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
the
Not
diesel gas.
me.
Oh hell.
Yep, I
Maybe
do.
that's just
Listen,
my
that's like
secret
the
country girl in me.
well, no, me. That's what I was getting ready to say. Like with the tractors and stuff. No, hell no, no. And I'm around that shit all the time. But no, no, no.
There are
Um.
some in here that the scents remind me of certain people, so they're named after their favorite song. Like Magic Man by Heart is one of my
No.
sister's favorite songs. So when she asked me to make this scent, she told me, the what she wanted it to smell like, and
Oh,
I found
okay.
the oil and named it after her favorite song.
I was going to ask you about that. Why the name Music Melt? So you name each scent off of a song that, oh, that's amazing.
I
How,
am a
Mhm.
music fanatic. Music has saved my life
oh,
like more times than I can tell you about.
girl, we have a lot to talk about.
hmm It's
But yeah,
my therapy,
what
no
a cool
joke.
idea. Like, that's so brilliant.
Mhm. Mhm.
Seriously.
Well, thanks.
She's asking the one that smells like apple is good. Also, what is it called, Nay?
Well, there's a red apple. Are you talking about Everlong? It's like a red Macintosh apple.
I'm going to find out. That's what Jin Lu just said. Everlong. Yeah, Jin Lu
Yeah.
just can't. Hmm. Coconut. Oh, I love the smell of coconut cake. Let's see.
I don't have any coconut cake, but I'm wrapping Shadow on the Sun right now, which is sea salt and coconut. It's pretty good.
See, talk about like, okay, this is that you have a tangible gift. Like you create things. Like how cool is that? You can make these things and give them to people and bring some joy physically in their life. Like that's
It's
fantastic.
so much fun. It's so
God,
much fun. And I love when people tell me what the scents remind them of. I like hearing their stories about it.
that's
Right.
amazing. So people can go to your website and post their like stuff about it.
hmm
That's so
Yep.
cool. What a great idea.
Yep.
Hmm.
Or they can put it on my Facebook wall and then I just screenshot it and I have a separate page on my website where I add the reviews to. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So you guys don't forget to leave a review if you try her music melts, because I'm definitely going to, that's for sure. KDM and I are going to be buying boats this weekend, I feel like.
Uh, no, I've never heard anything negative. That's the thing. Like you see them all throughout the chats, and I've always enjoyed, every one of them. Which like the coffee one is my favorite, and the blueberry. Oh my god, I think it's blueberry pancakes, maybe or muffins.
That was my
Yeah, it's
dad's.
blueberry pancakes. It's called Blueberry Yum Yum after the
Oh
Oh,
Ludacris song, if anyone knows.
yeah, and it's yum yum.
hmm
Yeah, it smells.
Yeah, I don't like the artificial smelling stuff. It has to smell real, or I won't even sell it to anyone.
okay. Let me ask you this. Do you have any melts based on any songs by Mark Knopfler? Yes or no?
By who?
Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. Any songs like Romeo and
I do
Juliet?
not. No, I
Okay.
don't.
What about Eric Clapton?
No, I don't have any Eric Clapton.
Just some ideas for the future, maybe. I don't know.
We'll get there though, because I try so many different oils. That's what you see in the discontinued, because I buy different oils to try all the time, and I
Uh-huh.
already carry over 30 cents in the regular line, so I don't want
Wow.
to keep adding more.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no kidding. That's
But I don't want to
so
waste the oil either because they're good and they smell great. So,
right. What's your best seller?
probably 3 Libras right now.
Three Libra.
Really?
3 Libras,
Hmm.
Libra.
Voodoo. 3 Libras is sandalwood, jasmine, and green apple. Ask
Nice.
Allie
Okay.
if she's still in here. She'll tell you all about it.
You see what Tia? She said moonlit path. Tell them nay.
Oh yeah, Tia messaged me, and I don't want to tell her personal story, but her grandfather had bought that scent for her at one time, and it reminds her of him. and she asked me if I could make it, and I was like, maybe so. Let me see. And I found it and made it for her, and I'm assuming she was happy with it since she was mentioning it. Thank you, Tia.
Yeah. She
Oh,
said
that's so
she
sweet.
created a scent just for me so that I would remember someone, is what she put in chat. That is so, yeah.
Have you ever thought about maybe like down the road when your business gets bigger, like creating that kind of option for like an extra sort of price or something where you can create like have like specific custom creations?
Yeah, maybe so when it gets bigger, you
If
know.
you like when you can can control like production and stuff like that. That's
I've
awesome.
only been doing it for like maybe 2 years now.
Really?
Mhm.
And I've only had the website open for a year, and I'm
Oh
a
my
one man show. I make everything, including like the crinkle paper. I'm
oh
fanatic about it. So
god.
yeah, it's a lot of work,
That
Tia
sounds
but
said
it's
she
fun.
amazing.
did
I'm so
it.
impressed.
Tia said she did it, and my house smelled amazing, and I loved that. It's very, I can't even read. I'm so blind. I don't know if it says, and it's kind thing that she did. So that's warming,
Well,
maybe.
thank you, Tia.
Yeah. And then
What's that
MK said,
mean?
do you have a brown nose mod melt, Nay?
What's that
MK,
mean?
I will make one
Brown nose
just for
mod.
you.
Because he
Oh god.
I will make one just
yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Music City says, I don't like fruity ones, but I got the 3 Libra and it smells so good. I didn't think that. I don't know, huh?
Yeah,
I
that
thought
one's
that
more of a
was,
clean smell. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
That's
ask you what would describe what it would smell like, yeah.
but things smell different to different people. Like some people smell. There's one that is fruity pebble scented,
Oh cool.
and some people tell me they smell like floral, and I'm like, no, that's not even close. But that's what they get from it.
It
oh
is
wow.
interesting how everybody's different like that though, true. Like also for perfume, some people can wear like a perfume and it smells a
Hmm.
certain type of way on them, but you wear it and it doesn't smell the same. I think it's
Oh,
the oil that
yes,
does things in
yes.
your skin as well. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
I have a friend that Angel. I know you heard of that before. It smells so good on her, but when I put it on, it smells horrible. It just does not mix with my pheromones, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
My grandfather, I remember when I was younger, I used to watch him shaving, and he used to use like, I think it was Old Spice or
Hmm.
something
Probably.
aftershave. Yeah,
Hmm.
but he also had that like the old school soap that you took the brush and made it all soapy up, and
Yep.
that stale stuff like that. Oh,
Right.
I used to love that smell. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what
It's
we
funny how, certain smells will kick back a memory. Like it's insane how that works.
I know it's almost like it
I'm
keeps
glad
people
you did
alive in
that
your
too.
heart in a sense. It's really interesting how they're
Hmm.
connected. Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, and
I
obviously
hate the smell
music
of
does the
musk.
same thing.
Right. And I
So
hate
that's
the smell
why
of
I
musk.
combined them.
Right.
You like the smell of
But
what,
I
Crazy?
musk, but I keep a bottle that was my mom's because where she is, she'd pass. Like I cannot believe how much I missed that smell because that was
I
what
can't
she
believe you
smelled
said
like.
that. I can't
Why?
believe you said that because I have a bottle of my mother's perfume too, and she wore cheap ass Charlie. Do you remember that perfume from the
Yeah.
80s? Charlie.
Yep.
Well, I
Yep.
have it, and I every now and then I'll get a little whiff, and it's like,
Yep.
whoa, it takes me right back.
Right.
Takes me right back. Nay, you were saying something too, hon, and I didn't catch it because I was vaping and my ears weren't working.
Oh, what was I saying? I was just saying that the music can also bring back a memory or, certain things for certain people. That's why I chose to combine them.
Right.
100%
Yeah.
agree. Well, it's brilliant, I have to tell you. So I hope everybody goes over to Nay's channel called Music Melts and see what you got, there from her because it's amazing. And somebody lucky in the audience or audience, what do you call it? Chat? I guess we'll call it chat.
Chat.
Audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
let's call it a game show. Anyway, it's gonna win something today, so that's exciting. Now,
Yes,
do
and
I
I
get
just
to
have
pick
to.
their scent that they want, or do you just like how does it work?
How are we going to do that, Nay? Do you want them to
Well,
pick? Let's see.
whoever wins, I'll just drop my email in chat and they can either email me and tell me what scents they want. I'm going to give away a cup and 4 sample sizes,
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
or there is a chat on the website. If they want to hit me up there, they just have to let me know in the notes section their screen name, their YouTube name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're going to try to keep it anonymous so that we're not,
Right.
if you don't feel comfortable giving out your real name or whatever. But
Mhm.
I'm a whole business. Don't worry. I
Right.
could get in some serious trouble for giving out your information. So I don't do
Right.
those things.
Right. Yeah, because this is your
You trust
business, so of course.
me.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've worked hard. I'm not going to lose it over some silliness.
Right. And then I've never did this. It's the giveaway tool through StreamYard. Let me see how many names so far. So 27 has been entered in because of whoever chats in here gets automatically entered in. So that's cool how that works. And then when I'm ready, I just draw and I'll draw a name. And then how did you say to get a hold of you through email? Actually, you're a mod. You can put your email down.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
drop it in a
you need
minute. I'm
to
outside right
post
now.
that. Okay, okay. Yeah, you can do that. Um, Carol friggin' Claw said she already subscribed, so that's cool. Because that's what we're trying to get is more people to subscribe to Nay. And then there's the last link MK dropped is a discount code. So if you click on that, you can get a discount when you order through that with that code. I think it's Crazy Town.
Ooh, I'm writing it down. Writing it down right now.
Yep. Crazy Town with a
Well,
K.
yeah, because we know my kind of crazy's with a K. I'm not the weird crazy. I'm the cool crazy.
Make sure you
Um,
sub to Foxy too. She's got some good stuff coming.
yes, and MK's been doing real good with dropping links. I'm so proud of him. I don't want to say too
Look at
much
you
because I don't
being
want
the
him to get
best mod ever.
I don't want him to get the big head and shit, but you know.
One of the things I do want to say, like, if anybody's in chat who has been following my tarot channel, like, I did not do a 2023 prediction. I did a 2022 and it freaked me out.
Okay.
Because I did predict the queen was going to die. And I believe I predict the time of year as well. I can't recall that. But anyway, I did do a few things, but it's on my very first January chat. I did say a few things in the first tarot that I did for January. So I want to go in and clip some of that, but I didn't do a full one because it was just, I didn't know if it was something that I should do or not. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't reading for anybody. It was just kind of like trying something new, like it's called scribing.
Right.
And I would just write everything out, or called automatic writing, like you want to call it. And so I think that's something I'm going to continue working on. So that might be an addition to my tarot channel. I want to rebrand my tarot channel as well because there's a few things. And let me try and just say this one thing, please, you guys. If you go over to check out the media one, please forgive me for that promo. Like, I'm working on changing it. It's so cringy. I can't even with it. I can't even with that. So I'm going to change the music out, and I'm taking away that stupid reverb echo thing. Anyway, but yeah, I'll be excited to start that. So maybe Crazy Mom and maybe Nay, you guys can help me out with that launch. That'd be fun. I don't have to sit there alone and talk.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and anytime you want to practice, I am here to be your guinea pig. I'm good with
Yeah.
it.
Thank you. And thanks for having me. 100%. This was really fun.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see, it's been an hour. Let's do the draw. Let's see how this works because I don't know how it's gonna work. So
yeah, because I'm just gonna
you know what?
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then I'm going to share the screen so it'll show. I hope I only share the one screen. Okay, I think I got it.
Remember, just share the tab.
Uh-huh. And do we see it now?
It's a little
Do you see
small.
my
Can you?
yeah. I don't know how that that's kind of what it looks like on my laptop. So if I hit right here, son of a biscuit eater. Sapsucker. Let's see. I don't know how to make it son of a no,
Well,
because
just
it's
roll it. You can zoom in on your phone. Just hit it.
I'm not on my phone. Oh yeah, they can zoom in on their phone. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hit draw.
Oh,
Oh
it got bigger.
damn. Yeah. Oh, so it starts slowing down.
Oh,
Foxy.
Foxy.
Foxy's a winner. She wasn't even here for it. She walked away.
Oh,
Oh, damn, that's
no.
pretty
Tell
cool.
you guys, if I won, to give it to somebody else. I'm not even fucking kidding you right now. It's in the bathroom.
I said you walked away. Okay. No,
you gotta do
Foxy
it
can't
again. You
win.
gotta do it
Okay,
again.
look, draw
Okay.
again. So right there it is.
Yeah, we can't
Oh,
win. That's
damn.
not fair.
No, I know. I got that. But isn't that funny? She walked away. I should have took your ass out of it too, Nay, and mine. Oh,
Oh, Kirsuma
Kursuma.
won. Yay.
Yay. Congratulations,
Woohoo!
Kursuma.
Yay!
That is awesome. This is pretty cool. Okay, so now we
I
know what to do for
very
next time.
fascinating. Kursuma won.
Yes.
All right, Kirsuma, hit up that
I did
email
this.
that's in the pinned comment at the top and let me know what scent you want. Get a
Yeah.
cup, which is a big, like 2 ounces of wax almost, and then 4 sample sizes. So go dig around on the website and tell me what you're looking for.
And I actually talked to Kursuma behind the scenes personally, so we can I'll find out for you if you want me to too. So she don't have to do it right this second, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I
Congrats,
talked to her.
darling.
Yes, that is so awesome.
Congratulations. I think Megs is in chat now.
Is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So
Hi, Megs.
shout
I
out
didn't
to the
even see her.
newcomers.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
used to this because it's so weird to like be on panel and be like monitoring chat at the same time. There's got to be an easier way.
Actually, you'll get the hang of it because I thought like today, of course, I've sucked at it, but I don't know. It just comes to you. You'll do fine. You'll do fine. Yeah, you'll do fine. Well, does anybody have any more questions for Foxy? Because I think we'll end it. We've been on for an hour now, a little over an hour, and I thank you so much, girls, for coming up here. I've enjoyed it, and everybody got to know Foxy, and of course, everybody knows Nay.
Yeah, I'm old here. Y'all know me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something real quick in the back chat though. So
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me, you guys. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and that's thanks for coming to Crazy Town.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having
Thanks,
me.
Tia.
It's been fun.
No, it has. It's always fun with you around, though. I always have a good time with
Aw.
you.
Well, thanks, girl.
Yeah, look at Rena. She said, "How often do you do readings, Foxy? I'm so excited to go to your channel." She's just now
for
got
sure.
back.
Yeah, I
to
just
doing
came
it.
back. I was on a long hiatus. We'll call it sabbatical. I'm just joking. No, so it's every Saturday morning. We changed the time from 10 a.m. It's now at 12 noon Eastern saving, well, I guess Canadian time on the Nova Scotia side. So it's, I don't know, you'd have to check your area where you are, but yeah, just look up Nova Scotia, Canada, and it'll tell you like the time difference from where you are to here. And then it's 12 noon my time. So yeah, and I usually run for about an hour or two. You can also DM me as well through, I don't want to give that out because I don't know if that
No. Well, and MK's dropping. There he goes. He's dropping your main channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
reading.
Twitter too. I'm on Twitter as well. I think it's at Foxfire 2023. So you can private DM me there as well, and we can set up like a private personal reading through StreamYard where nobody can see it, and then it's just delete it right away. Or you can do it over the phone, or you can do it live on one of my shows. It's up to you, your preference.
Now, you want to do what we had talked about earlier? You want to give away reading, a private reading?
Yes.
And do a spin for that?
I sure do.
Okay, I want in on that because I'm dying for that. So you don't get to exclude me from that. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is leave it like I did, and I'm just going to spin again. So we'll do it like that. So let me make sure I get the right tab. Okay. And you all see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see it. Yeah.
So I'm going to hit draw again, and this is for a free reading from Foxy.
Oh, nice! Eva Marie.
Congratulations, Evie.
Evie.
Evie, I'm so jealous.
Don't worry, you can have one too, Nene. It's already in the card, sweetheart.
Is Evie still here? If not, we see her through the YouTube streets.
Yeah. So
okay.
And then Krazy, what I'll do is I'll reach out to you and I'll give you the the ways you can reach me, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, because I can put it on my community tab even,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
I just have
Okay,
to figure out which email is the right one because I don't want to give my personal one,
right, right.
which
Oh
is already
Lord,
out there kind of, but whatever.
right.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
thank you. Look at Carol freaking Claw. She subscribed to both Foxy's channels.
Aw, thanks, sweetheart.
Yes, and it's Foxfire. I've just always called her Foxy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's her nickname for me. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody for being here, and I hope you all had a good time. I know I did with Foxy and Nay. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, this is so fun.
It was,
Uh-huh.
but I'm gonna be honest, girls, I was super nervous. I could tell the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I like say this without shaking to death? Because I've never
Mm,
been interviewed like this about this kind of stuff. So
right.
it really takes a lot for me to open up. And I am privileged that I could do that with you, Crazy Mama, because I love you, girl. So
Oh no, I love you too. I'm glad you came over. That's why I'm so glad because I want everybody to get to know you too and go to
mhm.
your channels now that you're back because you're like I said, your ass is making me a believer, girl. God.
Oh Lord. Well, that's good.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate everybody for being here and until next time, God bless you.
Bye,
See you when you
guys.
wake up on my timeline.